I am late for my late. Oh no, I'm not. It's 4:17. I'm early for my late. I was looking at the date. It's 4:25 and I mistook that for the time. So I said I was going to go on at 4:20 and so I am not late. So I will have to change the title to this if I even post it, because if no one comes here, then of course I won't post it. My goodness. Okay, I am so miscombobulated. I have a new toy. I have a new stamping press for when you use ink pads and stamps, like, rubber stamps to make cards. That's usually what I do with rubber stamps. When I was a kid, I there's this office supply store or something. Hi Tiggs, welcome from the UK. Cool, welcome. You got a live. Love your take on things. Oh, thanks. I'm pretty brutal sometimes, huh? That's what happens when you get to be my age, I guess. I don't know. That's what happens when you get to be my age and you've been through the ringer with a narcissist and you get jaded. I'm opening a I got a stamping press. It helps you to like rubber stamps and ink pads. Um, it helps you to, like, if you put a blank card here and then you put this on. Um, Wait, am I confused? Am I missing a part? Anyway, this helps keep the rubber stamp from sliding around. You're supposed to be able to keep things in control better, but I'm going to have to read the direction. Hi, Janet. Welcome. Um, we have Tiggs from the UK here. Hi, Sassy. It's the birthday girl. The birthday girl. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear son. I should have brought my ukulele in here. I can play happy birthday on the ukulele. Darn, I didn't even think of that because I was in my bedroom and I needed to get in here in time to not be late. And so I was rushing around trying to get things, or else I probably would have remembered to bring my ukulele in here. I don't play a lot on the ukulele, but I play a little bit. I play Happy Birthday. I can. And I can play. Do y'all know what a kalimba is? It's a little instrument. It's about it's about that big, a rectangle. Has little metal tines, like, has a hole that has little metal tines, and you use your thumbs to play it. It's called a kalimba, Kalimba. I can. Oh gosh, here goes the headset. It's already sliding around. Oh, you do know what a kalimba is? Cool. I didn't know what one was until my ex-husband gave me one when I moved in 2.5 years ago. And then he had two ukuleles because he bought them just to like hang up on the wall for decoration. And hi PPP, welcome. Oh, you have a kalimba or a ukulele? I'm thinking a kalimba. Um, Hi Marla, welcome. Yeah, and so he had two ukuleles, and um, when I was younger, I took guitar lessons for a few years. Hi, Kimberly. Welcome. I love this. I need the watch hours, you guys. I'm doing pretty good on subs, actually. Um, I get at least a few every day, and that's a lot. Like when I first started, it seems like it took me forever to get to 100. But I look at me, look up Kalimba. Yeah. Um, yeah, and lately though, it's been I get at least a handful every day, sometimes more. But hi, Kevin, welcome. I was telling um Sassy Savage that I started to sing her happy birthday, but I have I have a ukulele in my bedroom, and if it was in here, I could play happy birthday on the ukulele for her, but it's not. Anyway, I'm thinking of bringing it on the cruise. Now, I can't play a lot of stuff though, but if I started to like practice now, by the time the cruise rolled around, I'd be able to play songs that we could sing to. But I don't know if I want to do all that because I don't know. I think they're going to be doing karaoke and stuff, you know. I did make a y- um dentist appointment. I go on Monday. I can't wait. Get this tooth taken care of. So embarrassing. I'm embarrassed to go to the dentist. I'm embarrassed to let them see my teeth. I mean, I haven't had a teeth cleaning in at least 5 years. That's bad. But oh well. But they said they're used to it, so I'm sure they've seen the worst of the worst and the best of the best. You know, I don't know, but I'm excited. I'm gonna go ahead and get all of them fixed so I can smile again. I cannot play Tiptoe Through the Tulips yet. Yeah, I should have had that appointment this week, but I had to get a whole new dentist, and uh, and then like on Monday, you can make appointments online, and for 2 days, well, I made one on Monday, and then I checked my email because I made the appointment for today. So Tuesday, I checked my email because, you know, you're supposed to get a reminder email, and they never did send me a reminder. So I checked, and my appointment did not get booked. So then I tried to do it again, and that didn't work. So I had to call them today. Um, yeah, I had to call them and I scheduled a mammogram for next week, which I haven't had one of those in, gosh, 7 years. My doctor wants me to do a colonoscopy. I do not want to do that. I will probably just put that off and put that off until like next year when I say my doctor wants me to get a colonoscopy again. Uh, and I have to go do my blood work, you know, um, because that's, you know, blood work's important, especially at this age, because they can catch a lot of stuff, you know. And also, since my mom was diagnosed with ovarian cancer last September, they're they can I don't know how they can't tell you if you have ovarian cancer from your blood. I don't think. I think they can check for like markers or something. Someone said. I'm not sure how all that works. But what's going on in the chat? Uh, yeah, okay, you promised they've seen worse. I hope, but it is embarrassing, you know. Oh well. But what's more embarrassing is if I don't get them fixed, then that would be bad. And do y'all know? Okay, if you have a tooth that's broken down right at the gum line, do they have to like to get the rest of it out? Do they have to like operate or something? I mean, is it hard to get if they don't have anything to pull on to get, you know, the root of your tooth out? How do they do all that? A cell count they can do? Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm wondering how they get like broken teeth out of your mouth without like having to cut on you. That's what it depends if it's in the bone. I have a feeling they're gonna have to do some major stuff to my mouth. Um, uh, yeah, just because I have so many broken ones, you know. I mean, there's several that are like broken right all the way down to the gum. They can without surgery. Well, that's good to know. I would, I hope they put me to sleep for all that. You know, when they're pulling teeth and stuff, I don't like the sound. I know you can't feel it because, you know, they make sure you can't feel it, but the sounds, I don't like all the sounds that I hear going on in my mouth when they're pulling teeth. And, ugh. That's why I could, do I make leatherback earrings? Yeah, I mean, like, you're not talking about, are you talking about, here, I'll get one, see if this what is what you mean. Hold on, let me pull one out of here. You're talking about leverbacks for pierced ears, Marla, right? Like I don't know if I have one in here. I might have to get my other box down. I thought there might be a stray one in here. It doesn't look like it. Oops. My goodness. Um, I have so many boxes up here, you guys, that I have to, and I don't use these beads near as much as I used to, so I have some of them marked, like, but I have to try to remember what is in what box. And I pulled the wrong ones down. Just a minute. The French back ear hooks for dangle earrings. I make jewelry, so I think I know what you mean. They are called. Are they called French hooks? Hold on. I'm getting to them. I'm getting to them. Here they are. Okay, like here's some lever. Here's a lever back. Um, oops. Wait, now where's my camera? Okay, like this is not easy to hold. Okay, see this opens like, gosh, this is not cooperating. Oh man, well no wonder I'm pulling it from the wrong. Okay, this this kind of lever back, and the earring would hang down right there. That's the only kind of lever backs that I have. Is that what you're talking? Um, that's it. I will email you. Cool, 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 cool. Um, Leanie, Lin, Lenny, is it Leanie G again? Hi, welcome. I don't want to say it wrong. From the UK. That's two people from the UK tonight. That is so cool. Um, okay, yeah, I'll wait for your email. That's great. I had to have all mine removed because I have a calcium deficiency. Oh, wow. In pregnancy, my children took calcium from my teeth and bones. Was embarrassed after because teeth were all broke. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, it is embarrassing. Those are called French hooks. I still don't know what y'all are talking about, French hooks. Um, PPP says, well, it depends. I've had two teeth pulled that had broken crowns and hardly any tooth, but they pulled them without cutting. Huh. They might put you out though if you have a lot. Well, I think I'm going to have to get dentures on the top, so they have to make sure they're all gone. I hope they put me out. Hi, Stitch. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. You're from the UK. Are you waving to the UK? I have trouble seeing these emojis sometimes. I think that's a hand waving. Kimberly says, sassy, I had the same thing happen to my teeth. The ring hooks you held up are called French hooks. They are really those little lever backs are called French hooks. I'm glad to know that. And you know what? I have been making jewelry for like 15 years. You would think I would know that. But I don't use those a lot. I usually make my own um, ear ear wires, out of sterling, and they usually look like just the regular plain old. I make these, and I make them sometimes real big. Sometimes I make them like this, a big circle, But yeah, so that's probably why I don't know they're called French hooks. They don't look like a hook to me. They look like a lever back. Hi, Gypsy Wolf. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. And Sophia's here. Welcome, Sophia. All right, gosh, this is fun. I don't usually have 11 people. Well, sometimes we get up to that. I think when Smoke's on here, usually there's more people. Um, yeah, but it's good to see new names. That means people are. I think that means that YouTube is flashing. No, that doesn't necessarily. I'm talking, thinking out loud. Never mind. I'm not gonna try to figure out that. Um, yeah, but anyway, yep. I started making ear wires a long time ago because these sterling silver ones that they sell are so expensive, and I can buy a foot of sterling silver wire, which I can get about four pairs of ear wires out of a foot. Yeah, about four pairs, and saves a lot of money. Where is Smoke? Haven't seen him in a couple of days. Yeah, it's been at least he was here 2 nights ago when because he was I mean not here but he was on Crickets 2 nights ago for the hi Maya, welcome, for the poop knife thing. That was 2 nights ago, right? Not last night, night before. Yeah, that's the last time I saw him. So I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, Fluffer Squirrel is going to be coming on. I think I'm supposed to speak to her in person, like after we finish here with this chat tonight, she might even pop. Sometimes she pops in like near the end, like when I'm about to go off, because I believe we figured out it was 5 hours. I'm on Eastern time, and I think the UK is 5 hours ahead of me. So when it's 5 in the morning here, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning there. But anyway, she's gonna come on and tell her story. Have y'all clicked on her? She did a live the other day talking about that new website, that's up, the SPTV. Oh, don't tell me. It starts with, oh, what's it called? What's it called, you guys? Oh, that looks terrible. What's it called when that website? Um, I am in Jacksonville, Florida. Yep. You're smoking? I'm about to light a cigarette too. um, what's that new website called, you guys? SPTV. Does it start with the S? SPTV at something at I can't remember. I guess I could look at my history. It's where they list all of the SPTV channels and like from all around the world. I'm only a couple of hours from you. Yeah, you're in South Carolina, right, Sassy? I think South Carolina, maybe North. I think you're in South Carolina. From what I remember. Let's see, I'm going to try to pull up my bookmarks. I mean, my, oops, uh-oh. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm not even going to do that. Never mind. Charleston. Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah. Is that like in the middle of the state? And is it on the coast? Is Charleston on the coast? I can't remember. Trying to figure out how long. Sophia says we're approaching 11 a.m. and are an hour ahead of the UK. Oh, okay, yeah. So it's going on 5 here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so they are perfect, perfect. 3 hours. That's not bad. That's not a bad drive. If I had a car, I would come visit you. I would go visit a lot of people, but I just don't have a vehicle right now. So I'm gonna work on that. After the cruise, I'm gonna start saving money for some kind of little vehicle. I'm tired of being without a car. I really am. I mean, I've always had a car. This is the longest I've gone without a car, and I haven't had a car in 5 years. But I use my electric scooter like a car. I take it everywhere, you know. But anyway, I am. Oh, y'all want me to? I always read stuff on here. I started to write my mom, because she wrote me a few weeks ago her two sentence letter that she so graciously wrote to me, and you know, I've been meaning to write her back, but every time I go to write a letter, I there's a lot of questions I have for her. Um, but well, I'm gonna read it. Y'all tell me what you think. I really want to be included in family things. Like, listen, my cousin, um, yesterday I found out that his wife just passed. They had the funeral today. No one called and told me, of course, and This is the second funeral that I've missed, and I only found out because one of my cousins posted something about it on YouTube. I mean, on Facebook. So I and my son goes and sees my mother at Christmas and Thanksgiving and spring break. It's like she's in Austin, where most of my family is, and I just would like to be included in the holiday gatherings, or if there's if someone dies, I would like to know, or if someone's getting married, stuff like that. She doesn't have to talk to me all the time, or we don't have to be friends, and call each other or anything. She says that she can't have me in her life, but I just think she should be able to, you know, be cool enough to let me be there for Christmas. Anyway, where were you talking about the S? Yes, yes, SPTV dot space. Exactly. Anyway, Fluffer Squirrel made she did a live with the girl that designed the website the other day. Did y'all see that? Um, Fluffer Squirrel is so cute. She looks like she's about 25. She has long, dark hair, long, kind of um, curly, dark hair, and she's just cute. You could tell she was nervous. It was her first live stream. Oh, I know how she was feeling. Believe me, Janet. That's nice. Thank you. Thank you. You're so sorry. That was a missed opportunity to pay your respects. Yep. Yes, it was. And my sister was there. I tried calling my sister today and she didn't answer. And then it went to a recording that sounded like she had her phone either turned off or last month she said a lot of bill collectors were calling her, so she wasn't keeping her phone on very much. So I don't know if that's still going on. But anyway, I couldn't get through to my sister. All my cousins were there, my aunts and uncles, and then all of our kids. Well, there's not a bunch of like my cousins' kids, and then like yeah, yeah. I would like to just be part of. It's just so weird to me how like I'm wondering how. Okay, my mom lives with her sister and um and brother. Like my mom, her sister, and her brother. Those three all live in my aunt's house. She's wealthy. She has a huge house, and her husband died a few months ago. And so those three live there. And I'm wondering, like, my aunt is this real Christian lady. She's always been a church lady, and um, she doesn't even try to, like, connect with me. Or I remember I texted her and asked if I could go over to her house because when my mom kicked me out, I didn't know where I was going to go. And she said, I can't help you. And she texted it to me, and haven't talked to her since. That was 5 years ago. And I tried calling my uncle 5 years ago, and he hung up on me. And so I don't know what my mother told them that I did, but I'm just wondering, those three old farts over there, um, you know, none of them have their spouses or anything, and I'm just wondering why none of them have reached out to me. It's just so weird to me. I don't get it. I always thought our family was kind of close. I mean, Like growing up, we always spent, and up until 5 years ago, I mean, we got together at Thanksgiving, either Thanksgiving or Christmas, one or the other every year because they live in Texas and we were living in Florida. So we didn't go for both of the holidays, but we would go for one or the other usually, you know. And I don't know. It's just so weird. Don't know your story. Why are you disconnected from family? Okay, I'll tell you just a second. Sounds like your mother can't tolerate being in the same room as you and make sure the rest of the family falls in line. Yes, that is exactly true. But who made her boss? And I mean, like, why wouldn't they um, like, encourage her to forgive and to, like, encourage her to talk it out with me and, for healing and for, it's just so weird that they would hang on to unforgiveness, you know? That's what I don't get. And who made her boss? Why it's this Christian lady who professes to be such a Christian, you know? How can she keep, just let that keep going? And my uncle, I thought him and I were close. We were. I thought we were. How could he, it's been 5 years, for God's sake. I don't ask them for anything. I don't need any money from them. I don't need any place to live from them. Just, I don't get why they can't forgive me. But I don't know. It's strange. It is strange. Probably because she's a terror if she doesn't get her way and they don't want to deal with it. They just they have more respect for her than they do for me, and I guess they don't want to step on her toes, but it seems like they would encourage her to forgive, but obviously they're not, because if they were doing the right thing, they would reach out to me too, to at least to find out how I'm doing. Or so it's cringe to me. I think they're horrible for doing that. Yes, found you from Fluffer Squirrel UK and the new SPTV style. Oh, that is so cool. That is so good to know. That is so good to know that. Yeah, I'm on that list. It's kind of hard to find me. There's so many people. I can't believe how many people are on that list. That is so wonderful how big this community grows. Like every month, there's new people. I'm just so stoked about it. It's so good. The more, the merrier, and the faster these people are gonna, get taken down. Yeah, it hurts when family relationships change. Compassion to you, Kelly. Thank you so much. Y'all are my family now, and I'm not kidding. I mean, that might sound funny to some people, but people need people, and I can talk to you guys, and y'all understand because so many of us have been through trauma one way or another, and I think a lot of us have dealt with narcissists and abusers, and smoke on the water. I'm not a singer. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. We were just talking about you. Were your ears burning? Were your ears burning? Sassy's father abandoned her as a child. She tried to reconnect, but realized it was only you making the effort. He moved to Wyoming over 10 years ago and haven't spoke since. Yeah, my father was not in my life as a child. He found me and my sister when I was 13, and we saw him for a couple of years, and then he kind of just left again. And then when my sisters started having kids, they came back into our life a little bit. And then I had my son, and I went to visit them when he was like a week old or something. He was real little, and then I left, and I haven't seen him since. So yeah, my father's a real nightmare because I just don't understand having kids and like not caring or wondering, just even wondering about if they're doing okay or, it's just so odd to me because the love I have for my son is so strong that, like, it's so big, it's so strong that I don't understand, my mom and my dad. But I sure did end up with some doozies. Ugh. Sassy. Janet says, I'm sorry. I have no idea why a parent would do that. Yeah, I don't either. It's just, I don't know how many times I'm going to say I don't understand it or it's odd. I need to just quit saying that because I think I've said that enough. But wait, I'm trying to go up. Smoke, you missed it, but I'm going to the dentist this coming Monday, so I still have a tooth missing. You just checked into YouTube and was on another platform for the past few nights. Yeah, I thought either you were catching up on some sleep or you were busy in another part of the internet. Boy. Yeah, Janet, after having my child, I really don't understand my parents. But like my mom never should have had more than one child because she never had the temperament to have more than one kid because there was four of us and we used to drive her nuts. And we weren't like bad kids or anything. It's just four was too many for her to handle. And she was always screaming, always getting flustered, just if things weren't perfect, oh my God, she would go crazy, and that happened like every day. Um, shoot, I keep messing this scrolling up. Um, Sophia says we were a close family too until her brother and her chose to malfunction, and her mom actually decided to stand by us and stop and actually decided to stand by us and stopped being useful. Now they're a nasty headache on low contact. Wait, I'm confused. We were a close family until your brother and you chose to malfunction, and your mother actually decided to not stand by you, you mean? Now they're a nasty headache on low contact. Yeah, my mom has no contact. um, Discord friends, past few nights, then Zello contacts. Zello contacts. What's Zello? Heard the song In the Living Years by Mike and the Mechanics. I love that song and thought about sending it to him, but then decided it would only hurt you in the end. Yeah, yeah, I know it's better not to do that stuff. That's why this letter that I wrote, it's like I have 5 letters in there that I wrote and never sent to her. And some of them aren't very nice and some of them are nice. And this one is not mean, but I am writing numbers and I told her I have a few questions to ask, and I don't even know if I'll send this one. I'll have to think about it. Think about some more. Um, Miss Dawn. Um, let's see, Smoke said, I just had 2 implants and it took almost a year from start to finish for 0 rejection. Oh, you know what? I never even wanted, I never wanted to get, I thought about getting breast implants for about 2 days when I started dancing, But then I couldn't afford it, and then a boyfriend offered to um, buy them for me, and so I thought about it again, and then I got in trouble and went to prison, so that ended that. And then I was glad I never did because when you get older, like my age or older, they sag. I do not want big, heavy, saggy boobs. And mine are small enough where they don't really sag because they are so small. Does that make sense? I don't know. Your mom stood by us and some got. Oh, I see, Sophia. I get it. Yeah. You slept through Cricket Stream. Oh, yeah, I do that sometimes too. Yeah, I know how you feel. But hey, at least there's like 15 people here. That's way ahead than nobody. At least you have some of your same people to talk to. Miss Dawn. Marla says, I think you hit upon something there. With your mom being so flustered as you grow up, maybe it has been something more about her that she can't forgive herself. You know what? I may, maybe, but I I noticed years ago that she has kind of a hard heart because she is so judgmental of about people, and like disgustingly judgmental when she gets drunk, especially. Like, y'all, this is terrible. She called one night, she came home drunk, and my son, some of y'all probably know this because I've said it before, my son had one of his best friends was half black, half white, and she called him a nigger. She had the nerve to call a kid. They were sophomores in high school. Yeah, my mom. That's how horrible she could be. And oh, it was just horrible. I just about passed out. I could not believe that she would say something like that. But that's how hard and evil her heart is, I think. So I don't know if she even thinks that she should forgive me. I think she feels perfectly within her right to disconnect from me, and I don't think she thinks about it too often, to tell you the truth, you know. But I'll tell you what, and I truly believe this, I think that when you carry around that much hate and that much anger and that much unforgiveness for somebody, especially your child, like I'm her oldest child, and she carried that around, I think she got cancer because of all of that negative energy, negative whatever it is that she carried around, and I think still carries around. I think that's why she got cancer. I mean, maybe not the only reason, but I think that had a lot to do with it. I just believe that. I believe your body, you know, reacts to stuff like that. Because if you think, all that's a lot of hate and unforgiveness to have in your body. So it has to affect your body. I don't know. Hi, Miss Red. Welcome. Yeah, it is. That was terrible when she said that. Dan- I'm losing my. Let's see. Oh, I missed some up here. Okay. Um, Sassy Savage's mom has been a wonderful mom and dad. And you feel like you need to be so thankful and happy to have that, but still hurts not to feel like your dad. Yeah. Yeah, I think daughters 100% need a daddy in their life. 100%. And when they don't have a daddy figure that shows them love, that that fucks them up in life. It fucked me up. I'm telling you, it affected me because I went and married someone 25 years older than me, and look what happened there. All my trauma comes from him. Uh, um, Janet says, Kelly, you should be able to ask your mom your questions. Yeah, you know what? I should be, but if she chooses not to answer, then that's on her. But you will know you asked, and yeah, that's a good point for sure, Janet. Sophia says you're the face of her worst actions, and subconsciously she may have realized that and avoids you because of it. Huh, I never even thought of it that way, but I guess that is possible. And red, and everybody's saying hi. Yeah, you have had cancer twice, Janet. Um, yeah. Did you have to do chemo and stuff like that? I can't remember what you said. Lord, I hope I don't get cancer because of because of the negativity that's been put on you. I hope you don't either, and I don't. I mean, I just think that, but see, she's been had a hard heart and nastiness towards people for a long time, and the way she judges people, it's just, I think she just carried around, a lot of negativity in her body for so long that it caught up to her. Were you the scapegoat growing up? I don't exactly know. No, I don't think so. I was the oldest, and I think I was her favorite. I thought I was her favorite, um, because she used to like criticize my sister and stuff, and therefore I criticized my sister and treated her bad. It was terrible. I've had to apologize. Perth Scientology Audit is in the house. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I love it when you guys stop by. What time is it in Perth right now? I know what time it is in the UK. Sophia, I think you and Kimberly are on to something here. Um, okay, Red, you get some rest. You can listen all you want. I'm glad you stopped by. Thank you so much. Fascinating lives we all have lived so far. Yes. Yeah. Can you imagine like the stories we could tell? Y'all have heard some of mine, but I'm sure we all have them. Especially, just going on pure years. The years that we have in this chat. There's some wisdom for sure. For sure. Don't y'all feel a lot wiser than when you were younger? I'll put that out. I hope my smoking doesn't offend anybody. um, Scapegoat. Yeah, no, I don't think. Isn't that the one that everybody blames stuff on the scapegoat, right? Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, Janet had breast cancer and tongue cancer. That tongue cancer is wild. They're gonna. Oh yeah, they're gonna screen for that too. It said that's one of the things they screen for at the dentist I'm going to. So yes, we are good people. Just the way people like are so encouraging, and you know like especially our group is small enough to get to know a little bit better, I think, because like when like on Aaron's chat there's so many people that, and I've said this before, like and Reese's, I feel lost in the crowd a lot, but on Crickets it's small and there's small enough crew, or at least a small enough amount of people actually contributing to the chat to where we get to know each other a little better, than some of the other chats. Um, Miss Dawn said, "I felt lucky to have the parents I have." Yeah, you have mentioned your parents before. You are lucky, girl. Your only real complaint is that your mom can be overbearing. Well, she's your mom. She means well, but she stresses you out at times. That's funny. Yeah, they do mean well most of the time. That's funny though. It stresses you out. Um, yeah, that's the same thing I said. Sassy tongue cancer. Like I had never heard of it before the other night, but yeah, I guess Janet said they noticed a little bump on her tongue or something. Oh, you did have chemo and radiation. Wow. A double mastectomy and part of your tongue is removed. Yeah, but you can still talk good. So lucky there, huh? I'm sorry for the rest of that though. And I was thinking today, if I got cancer, I would hate to have to go through chemo. And I don't even, I wouldn't, I don't want to. And I don't think I would be strong enough though to turn it down. But I just can't imagine having to go get those shots. And oh my gosh. Yeah, it is an amazing journey. It is amazing, Janet. But you pulled through and you're here and you're fun and you're pretty and you have beautiful blonde hair. Hey, hey, what time is it in Australia right now? And I saw you were on. Who were you on? Oh, you were on with Poe the other day. I haven't watched that yet, but I have it in my watch later stack of videos to watch. So I'm gonna watch it so I can get to know your face, see what you look and sound like. I love the way y'all talk, Australia and the UK. I just love the way they talk, don't y'all? They probably like the way we talk. Or hey, Perth, do y'all think we talk funny or do you like the way we sound? Or do you like Southern accents or Boston accent or New York? Boston's like, I got a quarter for some water for my dog. That's Boston. In New York, I can't talk like a New Yorker. I did have to do a lot of the parental work. Yes, I was the oldest, and my mom moved out of the house when my brothers they weren't even in first grade. They were little. Yeah. But I always had to help with my two little brothers. And then my sister's 2 years younger than me, and we fought like cats and dogs growing up. We hated each other. We were getting like fights every day, and we had to share a room. Oh, it was terrible. But she's like a pig slob, and I was this neat freak. I'm a Virgo, and like everything had to be in perfect order, and just she was so messy, and oh my gosh, and then I wouldn't be able to find a, a shirt or a pair of my pants, and of course, it's because she came in my room and took my clothes and wore them without me knowing, and then they would be at the bottom of her dirty clothes pile. So we used to fight all the time. uh, Ms. Dawn says, I spent most of yesterday messaging my daughter talking about OBGYNs and birthing plans and such. Felt really weird. That's going to take some getting used to. Oh, are you going to have your first grandchild soon, Miss Dawn? I didn't know that. 12-hour difference to Perth. Wow, that's a long time. I mean, that's a lot of hours. I didn't know that it was that far away. I sense a several evening campfire story session. Yeah. Um, Boy, I'm really behind on this chat thing. Knowledge is power. If you are going to get it, you want to get it early. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it's crazy. I did a live with Poe on the Go the other day, and it was okay, Sunday evening for him and Monday morning for you. Yeah, that's funny. Isn't that funny? Like, it's already tomorrow in most of the world, and it's still dark here on the East Coast, and it's really dark in California, and it's tomorrow for most of the world. That's wild. Miss Dawn, you are in for a whole new world. So wonderful. I am happy for you. Yes, congratulations. Um, both of both of my parents are autistic and weren't that good at parenting. Oh, bless your heart. Wow. I think they did the best they could, but definitely have abandonment issues because of your dad and maternal deprivation from your mom. Wow, bless your heart. Yeah, I have abandonment issues big time too. And like I am a lot like Reese in that department. Like she talks about like she gets rid of men before they can get rid of her. That's from like being abandoned so much, and I feel the same way. But I just my deal is I keep people at an arm's length. I don't let people get close to me because I'm afraid they're gonna, you know, turn around and leave me. And if I let them get close, then I'm just gonna be hurt again. And oh my gosh, that vicious cycle, you know. But yeah, that's why I don't have friends. Friends, I guess. Oh my gosh. Um, okay, I'm just gonna kind of go through these. I'm not gonna read them all because I'm so far behind. Oh, you like it when Americans say y'all, Maya? Well, I grew up in Texas and I've been saying y'all since I could talk. Your accent is half Australian. Like, until I was an adult, I didn't even know that, sorry, something just popped up on my computer. I did not know, I couldn't tell a difference between a UK accent and an Australian accent. And someone pointed it out to me. I mean, I don't even think it was that many years ago, maybe 10 years ago. And I'm like, oh, yeah, there is. I always thought y'all talked alike, but I can tell there's a big difference. But yeah, half UK and half Australian. So I can't even imagine. I'll listen to your Poe on the Go um, deal and see what you sound like. You'd love hearing us Southerners talk then. Yeah. Yeah. Um, um, Summer really has a Southern accent. She has a real heavy one. You probably do too, Sassy, don't you? And Miss Dawn, you're from Georgia, right? That's deep south too. Janet says that is such a heartbreak. Yeah, it is. And it's really difficult. I'm sure your parents were likely doing the best with the capacities they had. Yes, your family needed more support. Absolutely. Oops. Shoot. Now what is going on? I accidentally like hit stuff on my computer and now my chat is covered up. What the heck? And now why won't this go off of here? Ah, what the heck? Okay, there. Jeez. I have a external mouse over here. I'm going to use that instead because it seems to be easier for me to control this. Let's see. Stitch says, Perth, that touched a nerve in a sense, so can I just ask what it was you feel you lacked from your mum? Respectfully, congratulations, Miss Dawn. My sister just became a grandmother. I love calling her grandma. Older brother love. You just found out Monday. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Your cousin is doing the same to you. I reminded him he's older than you. That's funny. Don, how far away does your daughter live? Will you be able to see her and the baby regularly? Janet, absolutely. There was nothing back then. They also both had no idea. Wow, that is wild. My dad got diagnosed at the age of 62. That's amazing. That is crazy. And your mom has only just realized just lately, I guess, huh? What in the heck is going on with this computer? I just had 3 huge notifications pop up. This is so weird. Ugh. She lives about an hour away. That's not far. Yes, you will get to see them. An hour is not far at all. Sophia says Alicia life is really weird and wonderful sometimes. Now wait, who's named Alicia? Which one is Alicia? Who? How am I missing? I'm missing that somewhere. Um, Trust is very difficult to give. Yes, it is, Sophia. There were no support. Yeah, back in the day, that's for sure. And even over here, um, autism back. Your dad's 62. I'm 61. Gonna be 62. Yeah, autism didn't really get talked about a lot. I would say until what, you guys, the 80s maybe? Um, yeah. Thank goodness it's not like such a stigma as it used to be. Um, Hold on, let me scroll down. Oh, she never said, I love you, never spent time with you guys, put men before us, told us she couldn't wait till we leave home. Wow. Wow. My mom didn't get mean till I was 50, 55. So my mom got mean. She waited till I was in a wheelchair before she put me on the streets. um, she's amazing now, though. Well, thank goodness. Thanks, Kelly. Would appreciate the views. Yeah, I will. I will. I will go to your channel for sure. I was so nervous, so I had a stupid, annoying, nervous laugh. It is nerve-wracking the first, especially the first time. But it gets easier every time, every time, every time after that. So it gets easier and easier. The Gypsy Wolf, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm so far behind on this chat. Oh gosh, so far behind. Stop hitting the computer. It did nothing wrong. I'm telling you, uh, Charleston accents are different because it's a fast speaking Southern drawl. Yeah, it is. That's for sure. I think you should write the letter to your mother. Don't send it for a couple of days. Reread it and then you can revise it if you want to. Just rise if nobody. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'll end up not mailing it as usual. Final eye examination at 2 p.m. with the retina doctor. Crazy. It's been 6 months since your stroke. Need sleep. Okay, Smoke. Gosh, thanks so much for stopping in. He's probably long gone because I'm so far behind. Oh goodness. Uh, Sassy wrote a letter to her dad and burned it in a fire. It felt good to get my feelings out. Yes, it does. It does. Like journaling and writing letters and stuff. If I get it out of me, I feel a lot better. Of course, narcissistic ex up there thinks that nobody journals and that it's weird that when I get mad, I go and write bad stuff about him. He doesn't understand having to get it out. I shouldn't even be thinking that way about him to begin with, you guys. That's what I'm told. There was a lot more awareness, yes. You have a son who is autistic and he is amazing. Wow, bless your heart. That is so wonderful that you say that about him. So glad for you. Yeah, thank you. But like, I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me. I mean, I went through a lot with my ex-husband and my mom. I mean, for up until a year ago, I was living in such deep heartache, pain from being separated from my son that like it took over my life, and it was just a pain that it's a pain that's so strong that there's no name for it. It's worse than pain. I don't even know what to call it, but coming and finding something, a community that takes it off my mind has been, it's worked wonders for me. I mean, like, I can laugh and smile, and I have things to be happy about again. You know, I mean, I still go through my days, but I don't spend all day, every day in sadness like I did for so long. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was bad. My heart just hurt so bad. Um, well, went too far. Thanks for sharing. In Perth, going back, generations autism was labeled as things like manic depression, yes, etc. But with knowledge we have now, every day is a lesson in a spectrum family. Yes, thank goodness for awareness and people talking about all that stuff. Mental illness in general, we've come a long way in this world about a lot of stuff. Thank goodness. And with the resources and awareness we have today, you can understand your son and relate to him in a healthy way. Yeah, that is good. Stitch can make myself ill worrying I'm not getting it right. Yeah, yeah, well, don't do that. Worry, yeah, worry can make you sick, actually. It really can. I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. Gypsy Wolf says just the act of writing the letter can be therapeutic. You are 100% right about that. And I agree with it 100%. Just like getting it out feels so much better. You want to talk about life coming full circle. The doctor that your daughter chose is the same doctor that delivered her, and and your youngest. Wow, that's wild how that happens, huh? Um, you journaled as a child and teen, and your mom read everything. Uh-oh. So I'm worried about keeping written emotions now. Yeah, I would be worried too. And I used to be weary, but you know what? This mofo, he, if I leave like a notebook sitting out or something, he will go in my room when I'm not there and read it. And if he chooses to do that, well, that's in his that's on him because I told him that I journal and he knows that I do it when I'm mad and I say the most horrible things about him and he gets mad because like I said, he informs me that I shouldn't even feel that way about him, whatever. But I dropped a paper the other night and didn't feel like picking it up and it was a little test for him. Well, of course he couldn't just like walk by it. He had to come in and go out of his way to pick up that piece of paper and read it. And it was like a page from a year or two ago. It was very old, and I don't even know what it said. I did end up reading it out loud on one of my streams, but it wasn't very nice about him. But if he thinks that, because I got really mad at him and felt very violated that he read my journal, and We went through this whole thing, and of course he tried to make it right. He always tries to make it right, what he does. And it's my fault because I wrote it and feel that way. And I'm like, no, it's your fault because you chose to violate me and read it. So he is just wacko crazy. He really is. If your ex thinks nobody else journals, let him watch a few lifeboats. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, he can't truly believe that. He says stuff that there's no way he can believe some of the things that he says. No way. Because he says some off the wall things. Miss Dawn says her husband is the reason you don't. I know he'd read it. Yeah, I'm not hiding anything, but sometimes those journals would be about him pissing me off. Yep. Yes. And see, you know what? I'm not even that I used to be nosy, and I kind of am nosy, but like I'm not nosy to the point where I would violate him. Like if he kept a journal, I wouldn't go read his. Really, I wouldn't. Now, if I thought like he was doing something dirty to me, like something harmful, that would be the only time I would maybe take a peek, sneak peek. But normally, like I don't look in people's bathroom, um, medicine cabinets when I'm at someone's house, and I don't go through their stuff ever because I wouldn't want them to do that to me. So I just stopped. Like a long time ago, I stopped doing stuff like that, and I don't know. I just think it serves me better. But I definitely wouldn't read his because I don't care. I don't care. I don't care at all what he thinks about me at this point. The stuff that he has put me through, uh, yeah. Like I said, I think 95% of the trauma that I'm dealing with and working through came from him. A little bit of it from my parents, but 95% of it came from him. I guarantee that. So, yeah. Um, some people create an alternate email account for themselves and then email journal entries. Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. But I haven't been journaling that much lately because you know what? When you get in fights, I I stop them real quick now. Like I don't I don't argue. I don't let the argument go on that long. I tell him shoe fly, because he will like follow me around, follow me into my room or whatever, and want to keep the argument going. And I'm like, get out of here. I'm not even going to argue with you. I'm finished. I'm finished. So since I don't let him carry on and don't argue back to him, I don't have to journal that much like I used to. Thank goodness. Sophia's parents raised them far away from family for the first years, and it gave them a healthy baseline emotionally. It was useful later. They just raised the children they had, autistic or not. Well, that is good. Yes. Miss Dawn says, Janet, that's true, but knowing you'd forget the password or something. Yeah, I have troubles with passwords too. Um, I pretty much have changed all of my passwords to the same thing, um, with a tiny little, like, one keystroke variation, you know? So, because, like, writing down all of your passwords and then where do you keep it? Like, I wouldn't want him to find my password list and, like, I guess, keep it on your phone, but um, he could people can get a hold of that too. I don't know. I just changed all my passwords to, like I said, within like one. If one of my passwords is different from the rest, it's just by one. It has like an extra There's something extra I put in, and if I have to change a password or something, I, there's like I put a plus sign somewhere in mine that I change it just very little from the standard password. That's the only way I can keep track of everything. Oh my goodness. There are journal apps with passwords too. Oh, I didn't think of that. Well, that's good to know. There's one. Janet was one of six kids. That is a herd. Oh my goodness. Golly, I thought four was a lot. Four is a lot. I only have my one son, and I had him when I was 41, and it was after my accident. Um, oh, I didn't tell you. I was going to tell you, Sassy, just my story real quick. I got like I was abusing my pain medication. I had my accident 22 years ago, and I've been on pain meds pretty much ever since. I went off a few times, but I got uh, 5 years ago, a little over 5 years ago, my mom said, move out or go to rehab. So, of course, I went to rehab. And when I went to rehab, it was in Georgia. And she called them and told them to tell me that I am not welcome at her house anymore, that she doesn't know me, I'm not her child. And yeah, don't come back to her house. So I went through rehab and went to visit my ex-husband. He was living in California at the time. Stayed there like 3 months and thought she always like would get over, she would say something, but then she'd get over it in a few days or, after a little bit of time. I always thought that she would give in and let me come back home because my son was there. Well, she never did. I ended up on the streets of Austin, Texas for 2.5 years, and that was during COVID and everything. And 2.5 years ago, and I stayed clean for a long time, but then I started using again because I was just so sad and my heart was hurting so bad, and I didn't see any reason not to use. So 2.5 years ago, I left Austin. I took a bus to Naples, Florida, and I went to rehab there and got clean again. And I couldn't go back and live on the streets anymore. I was over that. So I called my ex husband and went to California. And he was ready to leave California. And I talked him into moving to Florida because that's where my son was. Of course, he's not here now because he's in college now. He goes to Pikeville University in Kentucky. And so me and my ex husband are roommates. My mom still won't talk to me. uh, yeah. So and I just missed another funeral. I was telling people when I first got on here, my one of my cousins, his wife was battling cancer for like off and on for 7 years. I think it was breast cancer she had, but she ended up passing a few days ago, I guess. Yeah, the funeral was today, and the only reason I knew about it was because one of my cousins posted a lot of pictures on Facebook, so I got to see what everybody looks like. And let me tell you, everybody's getting old. Thank goodness I'm not the only one getting old. And my mom looked very thin, and I guess her hair is growing back from chemo, but she has real short hair. And last time I saw her, her hair was about to her shoulders, but it's real short right now. And she looked really thin. Yeah, I don't I always wanted a lot of kids, but it just didn't happen. Now you're not sure you can handle more than the two that you have. Yeah, I think two's. I sure wouldn't want more than two. I mean, I never even thought I would have one. I was pregnant with. Is someone leaving? Bye, Perth. Bye. If I miss, if y'all are like going out here and because I don't pay attention to the chat as good as most people. If I miss y'all, just when y'all leave, just know I would say bye if I was caught up in the chat. Anyway, I don't want anybody to think I'm being rude. Yeah, it's down to there was 15 people, and I just looked over now. There's 10 of us here, but oops. Miss Dawn says, Sophia, I don't know how my parents did it with your sister and you. My dad's parents were amazing. Your mom's dad was a womanizer and drank a lot, and her mom had brain damage from a car accident. Wow. Continued. Thanks, Sophia, for saying that. I appreciate y'all being so empathetic, you know, and and listening to my woes. That's so nice of you guys. So nice. Night, everyone. Okay, good night, Janet. She's probably long gone too. Oh gosh, I feel terrible when I catch these or, like people saying good night, but it's been 10 minutes. That's funny. Yeah, It's. Can you believe it's been like an hour and 21 minutes? So in like 4, 5, 6 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and go because it's gonna be getting light outside, and I have to at least get a nap in. Um, my dogs, he's been waiting for me to take him out. Well, he fell asleep too. Well, that's good. But I know I he wanted me to take him out before I came on here, but I just didn't have time. Part two, Mom ended up taking care of her mom at the age of 15. Papa ended up being an amazing grandfather, but wasn't a great dad when Mom was young. You think that's why your mom is overbearing sometimes? Well, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, Sassy, I'm so glad you were here. I'm so glad all of y'all stopped by. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes I'm glad we were here when Dawn woke up. At least she didn't miss the whole night. But sometimes when cricket goes off, I know there's a lot of us that aren't ready to stop jibber jabbering. So, and I'm up this late. I am usually up at least um, till daylight, and then once daylight hits, like a lot of times I'll go to my bedroom, and turn the TV on, and eventually fall asleep. A lot of times I work for a couple more hours after I get off here. It just depends. My legs are so swollen right now that I'll probably go prop them up in my bed after this. I don't think I'm going to work anymore tonight in here. Yeah, no, I'm not. And I haven't eaten anything either. I haven't eaten anything in about probably 7 or 8 hours. And that's a long time for me to go because I kind of, I don't eat big meals, but I eat like all through the day. I don't really snack, but I eat small portions just all throughout the day and night. I mean, yeah, that way I just don't. First of all, I don't want to cook any meal. I'm past cooking, and so I just kind of graze. Someone said I'm a grazer. I am. I'm a grazer. Yeah, happy birthday, Sassy. And I'm gonna bring my ukulele into my studio. So next time that both of us are here, I will sing happy birthday to you with my ukulele. Miss Dawn says, exactly. You tell yourself that even though grandma was awesome, mom didn't have an example really of how to parent adult children. Yeah. Yep. Alicia, families are messy and people tend to overcompensate. Who is Alicia? That's what I want to know. Who am I missing? Um, confused, y'all. I cannot say the mock mock name. That's Sophia, right? You guys, please tell me that's Sophia. Who's Alicia? Oh, Alicia families are messy. Oh, does she mean? I am so confused. Alicia families are messy and people tend to overcompensate. Is she saying Alicia like we would say Felicia? Maybe? I bet that's what it is. I just bet. Maybe I figured that one out on my. Um, you're Alicia, Miss Dawn. Oh, I thought your name was Dawn. Duh. So you're Alicia. Oh my gosh. Well, I just naturally, because it's your chat and your chat name, I just for some reason thought your name was Dawn. That's what I get for assuming. Thank you all. Came I came out to the dock during chow, now thinking about taking a nap here until the sun comes up. Okay, Sassy, thanks so much. You have a wonderful rest of your of your birthday. And you guys, I think I'm gonna pop off too. It's almost oh, it's 5:44. It's going on 6 o'clock, you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna pop off too. So thank you so much. And whoever is not talking but listening, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of you. And maybe I'll go and finish this letter, and then I'll have something to read to y'all tomorrow night, and I can get y'all's opinion on it. And you can tell me if it sounds too mean, because maybe parts of it might be too mean, and I would need to change it. But I'd like to get y'all's opinion before I send it, because I know y'all would tell me. Anyway, okay, yeah, hit that like button. Thanks. I'm gonna still call you Miss Dawn because it's too hard for me to change to Alicia at this point. And Sophia and Sassy Savage and everybody else, good night. And I will see y'all on the flip side. Maya, good night, sweetheart. Thanks for being here. Okay, talk to you later and talk to you on the flip side. Bye, y'all.